Hi, folks, and welcome to my thoughts on a book. And today's book is The Little Prince by.
Antoine de Saint-Exupéry.
Now, my French pronunciation is probably shit, but to be honest, I can hardly remember the guy's name, much less pronounce it. So, take what you get. There will be spoilers. Alright, so The Little Prince is actually quite a well known book. I'm pretty sure around the world. It has been translated already to quite a lot of languages. And I honestly am not sure how to really describe it. It's a well, you could say it's a story of a man who crashes his plane in the desert and is trying to repair it so he doesn't die in the desert. And there he meets the little prince as he's fixing his airplane. And over the course of some days, he gets to know quite a lot about the little prince. And in the beginning of the book, he, tells about his frustration with adults, how they don't, listen or see through with the heart anymore, how they're all about figures and practicality and all that. And, well, get there's a lot of really smart things in there that I'm just not smart enough to understand. I think a lot of metaphors and lessons there that I missed. This is actually my second time reading it. I read it in Hebrew the first time. I know there's probably a lot of good stuff there. I just don't get them. I really don't. I mean, I could read it 10,000 times and I would still need someone to explain to me, or else I'll never get it. The one thing I did get from this book is how he said that, and then the part where he talks to the fox that you need to tame me, which means there's so many people, but yet only a very small number becomes important to us. So that's the one part I understood. Yay, progress. And I get it. Like he says, the little prince about his flower. His flower is the reason he left his little planet. I also know the little prince as he comes to Earth. He goes to a few planets where there's a king, a businessman, a guy who's in love with himself, a lamplighter, a drunk man, and then a geographer as well. And I mean, what can I really say? I mean, it's a very again, it's got deep stuff in it. And to me, I guess it'll just be a fantasy story because I'm just not smart enough for it. It's as a fantasy story, it is very nice and is very tragic because in the end, the little prince goes back to his planet, but he does it through a snake biting him and killing him. And I'm not sure if the little prince just, well, died and he's now one of the stars, but he's not really back home. And if his flower is still alive, because towards the end you learn that he's been gone for a year away from his planet. So did the man just lose a friend forever? Is the little prince dead? And he wanted to commit suicide, and so he told him just always look at the stars. I'm giving you laughing stars. I don't really know. Perhaps I mean, kind of had a hard time agreeing. I mean, this guy says the author that all adults are just about figures and practice. I don't know if I really agree with that. I mean, there's all sorts of people. I think he's talking about the regular generic adult. And the author says in the beginning that the guy, at least, that he was discouraged as a child to draw. because the only things he knows to draw is a boa that swallowed an elephant from the outside and the inside. And that was always a bit of a funny part. But I mean, I don't know. There's plenty of adults who do encourage their kids to do stuff, and yeah, I'm sure there's also kids who are not, always seeing all the magic everywhere. I don't know. Based on what I've seen in life, I just can't really agree with that. That's just me. And I've actually learned a bit about the author. For some reason, I was sure this book was written in the 90s. I don't know why. And I looked, and holy shit, this guy died a year before the Second World War ended. That is, wow. It's been written a long time ago, so he was also a poet, and he has other books as well. Maybe try them. I guess The Little Prince is his most known one. So I mean, yeah, that's about it. I mean, you could, you'll probably read and see the meaning, or if you want to be a bit cynical, you could say it's a story about a guy who was stranded in the desert and started hallucinating until he managed to fix his plane. I don't know. Um, all right. Wow. I don't know. I mean, I do like it, and it is something that is easy to read to just go through. I mean, the ending is quite sad, but other than that, I think it makes for a very lovely story. And if you're smart and you get the messages, probably makes it twice as better. Oh, I give it 3 stars. I recommend you give it a read if you like this author's works, or if you never read The Little Prince, give him a try. It's not a very long book. All right, folks, so that is it. Let me know if you read it, what you thought about it, and till next time, bye.